Hello, friends on YouTube. This is your comic movie nerd Kevin coming at you. Just want, I know I say I'll do a short one. No, I mean it this time. Because there's a lot of stuff floating around right now. Uh, but nothing's like confirmed or hard evidence, this and that. So you can't say, this is happening. Um, Though there's been some leaks of the trailer that, I mean, I can't find anymore. I think it was like a one day or an afternoon thing, but I was at work doing a closing shift or something, and it got already deleted by Sony. Maybe Sony and Marvel. With two studios going after it, it disappears pretty quick. But how does like that much stuff just leaked? Who's the leaker? Is it from Sony doing it on purpose? Is there somebody in post production is like, haha, I'm gonna get this stuff out there. Excuse me. Yeah, what is going on over there? Sony, get your stuff together. I think you can still see some still pictures of a couple of things. I think mainly, it looks like our first visual of Hulk coming back, like the Hulk, not Smart Hulk. Um, Other known as Rage Hulk. That's like, I mean, every other Hulk that we have seen who's not Smart Hulk, not Endgame, She-Hulk. Was that it? I think so. And that's enough. Like, they totally nerfed him bad. We want at least Thor Ragnarok Hulk, like actual Hulk, Rage Hulk, but he can talk. And I know some people are like, wait, how can he talk? Blah, blah, blah. Well, he's been Hulk for so long, like he never turned back into Banner, that he was able to like pick up words and language because he's a. It. For those who don't know, Hulk is more, or Hulk Banner is really a multiple personality disorder situation. I forget the official acronym, but I just stick with the multiple personality disorder. Everybody understands what that is. Um, so yeah, not only does he have a multiple personality like in his head, but I mean he can't talk to himself and talk to the other personality. But that's how. And what? I'm not going to be an acronym. Okay, multiple personalities are usually like the other person just takes over, and you don't even really know it. Sometimes, I think in real life they can be like, "Let me get the other person," and you know. But if you want to see some really, I guess, from what I've heard, this movie was very scientific as far as multi-personality disorders go, and the movie Split. Typically, they don't usually have like that many in that movie. Like I think if you look at what the shrink wrote down for how many personalities he has, it was like 27 or something like that, 23 in the 20s. Maybe it was more than that. But personalities we actually see was still like 10 or something, and they were fast. And the majority was like the people who had the most lines were like 5 or something. Anywho, if you really want to hear a lot about multiple personality disorders, find information about that movie, maybe actual doctors talking about what they saw in that movie. Supposedly, it's fairly accurate. A whole bunch of crazy stuff. See, here I am in Rabbit Trail. But like one of the things I looked up is that like a blind person with multiple personality disorder, one of the personalities will be able to see. It's the craziest things. Like the other personality, when they takes over, like the nerve endings in the eyes like reattach, and they're able to see. And in fact, they are able to detach and reattach over and over and over again. They eventually, like their personality can't see anymore because it just doesn't work. Your body can only do so much, even when your mind says no. You're gonna see. It's crazy thing. Like, can they like somehow capture that part of the brain and like just heal other people? I don't like you just go into rabbit trails that kind of stuff. It's like crazy. Uh, one personality will believe that like they don't have an arm or a leg or something, or they're both their legs just don't work. So when another personality takes over, you better be sure to catch them and put them in a wheelchair. All kinds of it's pretty insane. Anywho, it's a multi-personality situation with Hulk. That eventually he gets another personality, which is something you can find in the comics. They really haven't done it in a movie in a while. And the one is like a Gray Hulk, also known as Joe Fixit, which is odd. I mean, it's like a grayish or grayish. I won't say grayish bluish, but I'm funny like that with colors. But it's supposed to be a Gray Hulk, and he wears like a suit and tie, like he's a detective or something. It's the craziest thing. I forgot how I got on this tangent anyway. So anyway, but Spider-Man Brand New Day, we are supposed to see Joe Fixit or a Gray Hulk. We haven't heard a lot about it. Again, that's like one of the rumors that's been going around. And the still picture is Hulk comes back, Rage Hulk. And a couple of still pictures shows that he's about to do the thunderclap, which is like one of his most powerful weapons or something. And we haven't seen that since Edward Norton's Hulk, which is part canon of the not multiverse, Marvel and the MCU. They just recast that Hulk, but it's the same Hulk, same banner. It's only hinted at when Mark Ruffalo took over about what he was doing back then. We see Liv Tyler come back in Brave New World, Captain America 4. Just her dad was recast, Harrison Ford, because the previous actor died, who played her dad. But since she came back, it kind of connects that the Edward Norton Hulk is the same Hulk as Mark Ruffalo. Very beginning of Avengers, where is Mark Ruffalo's Hulk? It kind of looks like India, or it could be South America. It's not confirmed, but it's the same idea that he's running around trying to be a doctor, help out in these obscure areas, nowhere near Western civilization, so we can, stay away from Thunderbolt Ross, right? Anywho, that's the last time we saw the thunderclap, and it was pretty cool. It was like, and when it happened, it was more like realizing his realization that Hulk can do this crazy clap, and it can put out fires, and it can do a lot of different things in the comics. Like I said, we haven't seen him do it since then, and so it'd be cool to see him do it again. What do you think? And there's a lot of other things with Sadie Sink's character. They still haven't confirmed who she is. But at this point, like I said in previous videos, we're about 90% sure she is the great telepath and telekinetic of the X-Men. And if you look for her in like comics and animation, she's wearing the exact same outfit, green and yellow jackets. Seems like it's kind of warm for two jackets, but of course this takes place. Oh my god. Okay, takes place in the winter. There's been some leaks of like making of where Spider-Man is in the classic scarf and hat, uh, this type of jacket, still fighting in the snow. So, I mean, she's gonna wear a couple different jackets. Makes sense if it's cold out. And the green and yellow, I mean, it's a lot like her original costume in the comics, which was green and yellow. Only kind of like spandex. Oh man, is my cigar dying again? Okay. Like I said, there's a lot going on. Um, Even though that trailer's been erased, it's still rumored anyway that it'll come out next week or within the next few days. The rumor is the 17th. Today is the 13th, right? So yeah, just in a few days, 4 days from now, 3.5 at this point, if you're counting down, we'll get the second trailer. All in HD and everything, so we can check it out. Hopefully, we'll find out who the main villain is. We'll get to see more Sadie Sink, whatever her character is, what she's doing. More Punisher, more Hulk. Also, tickets will be for sale on that day. Pretty crazy. I mean, nearly 30 days ahead before the movie comes out. I think it's crazy. Like, for people like myself, whose schedule is like all over the place. I mean, for the most part, my schedule's been about the same. I think for the most part, I'm off nearly every Tuesday. It's like, I mean, these next couple of Tuesdays are kind of all over the place. I think I'm working this following Tuesday, not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. Just because different things are going on at work. But should be the same, should be every Tuesday after that even. So I could probably get tickets and just schedule it for Tuesday. I'd like to go with my one buddy though, and he works Tuesdays. So I don't know. Maybe it just won't work out. And I'll just go with myself and my kids. Anyway, looking forward to it. Hopefully there's a connection to Doctor Doom. Don't know. We've been saying that for like years. Like, are they going to connect it with Doomsday and multiverse stuff? Actually, not to get on this tangent, but I think they missed a lot of opportunities to not introduce things for the multiverse. If they're going to call it the multiverse saga, you needed to have all kinds of multiverse shenanigans and incursions have been happening the entire time, which would create all kinds of weird stuff. Like, like No Way Home, we had 3 Spider-Man. Why couldn't we have all 3 Spider-Man like all the time and they're like living together? I don't know. Would that be weird? Would that cost a ton? Maybe. But I mean, yeah, they could have done some weird things like bring in the X-Men a little earlier. And they're just like, how did I get here? How am I stuck here? People like Doctor Strange, everything could be like, yeah, you're stuck here. Sorry, dude. Hope someone pays your rent at their place, because you're not gonna be able to pay it. There's McDonald's on the road hiring. Something weird like that. And Multiverse Saga, you can go weird. Yeah, they missed a lot of opportunities. A lot of stuff that happened during the Loki series with the TVA that could have had greater impacts, and Loki could have been talking to Thor a long time ago. I don't know. Or maybe not Loki, but like maybe some TVA people. Like, you got a close friend who's working with us in the TVA. Have you heard of TVA? Blah, blah, blah. Like, it would have been great. I think they were so afraid for people to go, this is too weird. What's going on? I mean, more exposition, some one-liners to explain this stuff for the average viewer, and for people like myself who go on YouTube and look this stuff up, or people who read all the comics can go, okay, I can see how this is getting like this. Yeah. Well, anyway. So, keep an eye on YouTube. We'll get that trailer here out really soon, and it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm hoping that the ending is going to be, like, crazy, like, wow. Because even with all the rumors out there, there's still no rumors of Tom Holland Spider-Man being in Doomsday. And if he's not, why? And so there could be an insane ending. I think even Sadie Sink's character is signed into several movies, including the New Mutant Saga and Secret Wars. So her and Tom Holland Spider-Man could have something together where they disappear. Reason why we won't see him until Secret Wars. So that's going to be interesting. There's a lot of us who are like, ooh, maybe like Doctor Doom or somebody could, like, I know don't want everybody crazy, but maybe Tom Holland Spider-Man dies, is killed by the villain, or even Doctor Doom. Because, like, the whole anchor being thing. And needs 616 universe to die, and the only way to do that would be to kill the Spider-Man. But Venom resurrects him in, like, the mid-credit scene or something, calls him in the grave, and then the hand bursts out. I know it's very Sam Raimi-esque. But Sam Raimi is now one of the directors in the MCU with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 2. Multiverse of Madness. And supposedly he's rumored to be the director of Doctor Strange 3. Which should be coming very, very shortly, like right after Secret Wars. One of the few movies that is already in pre-production. It's supposed to be that one, and then Black Panther 3. And then, of course, the first movie in the Mutant Saga. We're all set for pre-production, so that way one of them, or two of them at least, could come out the year after Secret Wars. Secret Wars is supposed to come out in 2027, and then we get this other movie come out in 2028. So they go right into it. No 5-year hiatus, etc. I know everybody wants them to do like a 5-year hiatus, so that way they can, have a little break from it, get everybody else going, I kind of miss it, after a few years. Get everybody back in, eagerly anticipating the next movie. But they're not going to do that, so. I love all the movies. I love all the characters. I want to see what happens next. Let's go. Keep going. So, we'll see. See how everybody else, I mean, there's so many stories they can do. I'm looking forward to the Marvel having the X-Men. Hopefully it doesn't get too preachy. We'll see. Oh, man. 19 minutes. See, this 19 minutes is a short video for me. Thank you for putting up with me and my rabbit trails, etc. So once again, keep an eye out for the next Spider-Man trailer coming out in a few days, and I'll be talking about it for sure when it comes out. Have a great first day of summer if I don't talk to you within a week, and I'll see you guys soon.